My favorite place to cry on campus is Burnside 308 because it is always empty and in the very back corner.
I like going right into the arts building, the main arts building, looking straight up because there's such a beautiful place where I can look and just cry. And then I feel a little bit better. And I can go out and do my studies. Been here for 5 years, so it's a good one.
I'm at Concordia.
Go
So
Concordia!
He likes to cry at McGill too, right?
sometimes
This bench.
I just go into your library and I cry. It's so fucking terribly sad.
Your library is a fucking disaster. How it looks like a prison. I'm sorry. How can you have people study there? I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. There you go. There's nothing more to say. Okay, I've made my case.
My favorite place to cry in McGill campus is McLennan floor 2 bathroom, specifically when there's no one in there.
My favorite place to cry on McGill campus is also floor 2 McLennan, however not in the bathroom. I prefer just in public.
My favorite spot to cry on campus is probably the Tim Hortons, just because it's a pretty chill environment and you can hide your face and get food, so yeah.
Okay, these are all the places I've cried on McGill, and it happened in one day, and I rated them from 1 to 10. So Sherbrooke 688 third floor bathroom was a 0 to 10. People kept coming in there. You got to walk down 3 flights of stairs, and everyone can tell that you cried. Also, it feels like an office building. It's just really impersonal. Didn't like that vibe for my cry. The Tim Hortons on Sherbrooke, 5 minutes later, a 4 out of 10. The dude who took my order seemed really concerned. He also couldn't figure out how to ring up peppermint tea. And so I was just standing there while he was trying to figure it out. And he felt like he was under a lot of pressure because he thought that that's why I was crying. It wasn't, but I was fine. But other than him, nobody really seemed to care, so it was fine. And then RVC, a few minutes after that, 10 out of 10. Nobody cares when they're in there. They're like in their own world. People are just eating and vibing. And I was reading a book, so I just started romanticizing my mental breakdown and convinced myself that these people all just thought I had immaculate emotional intelligence and a deep connection with literature. So that's my breakdown of McGill crying. Yeah.
The McLennan library, just because it's just, you're just studying 24/7 there. It's just not it.
I think mine is Stewart Bio. It's just a really sad building and lots of 6-hour labs, so that's probably mine.
So the time I cried on campus was at Sherbrooke on the 9th floor, where you can sit down and study, and just was very overwhelmed with everything. And so I FaceTimed my mom and sat in a corner and just cried through my mask, and had a little therapy session with my mom. I felt very accepted in that environment though. Nobody was staring at me or anything, so it was great. I think everybody was just in the same boat though, so yeah, but that was it.
It's very specific. To set the scene, Wednesday, 1:45 p.m., it's very snowy, it's very icy. It's after it snowed, but it's a little warmer, but it's really icy, right? And I've gone to Super Sandwich because everyone says it's good and it's really cheap. So I go to Super Sandwich and I come back and I realize in the winter there's nowhere to sit on this campus because you can't sit on the grass. So I have to sit on one of these benches, but the benches all have ice on them because, it's just snowed. And so I sit down on this bench with this thin layer of ice and I know my pants are getting wet. And I bite into the sandwich on the bench outside McLennan. And I know no one gives a shit about me and my terrible sandwich and my wet butt on this bench, and I start crying.